interesting to see the different structure of the director of admin, which is, maybe not similar to the other positions, but it does give that person the overall envision to be able to better support those areas, right? Like financial management, in terms of supporting the financial controller, collaborating with the financial controller to prepare budgets, financial statements, that is what my role entails. Documentation and communication, following up with the PRO, following up with the secretary, assistant secretary. Okay, what do we need to get ready for a core meeting? What are some of the things we need to do, to disseminate the information? If there are issues that come up, do we need to address it before we get to the next core meeting and provide those information to the different core members, and also make sure that they have what they need to be better prepared for our next meeting? So that's the job of the DOA, just documentation and communication, marketing and publication. That's also supporting the PRO, promoting the image of Sienna program, promoting the image of Sienna media. What can we do to bring more people to be aware of what we have to offer in the Sienna Avenue, right? Maybe a handful of people know about the media. How can we better market ourselves, to generate the publicity that we need? That's the job of the DOA. Reporting, right? Reporting on a regular basis, the progress, meeting with the staff and committee. Okay, what do we have? What is outstanding? What are the pledges that we need to collect? Okay, how many pledges have we collected, and what can we do, to put better structures in place so that way we don't have too much of a deficit, right? Because people are pledging, remember, out of the goodness of their heart. We can't really force them to make that, to redeem the pledges, but it's just in our better way, we have to find a better approach to reach them so we can redeem those pledges, right? Database management. This is nothing new for me. When I was the assistant secretary, back when the secretariat was in position, I was in charge of the database. I actually started the database. We didn't have any. So I started creating a database with big donors, information that will be viable, which is viable for us today.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I started back then. So this is nothing new for me. Legal compliance. Sienna is an NGO. What are the things that we need to do to be in compliance with IRS,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Yeah.
Because we do have a tax ID. So those are the things that as a DOA that I'll be responsible for. Fundraising and sponsorship. This has always been a big issue for Sienna. I know we came up with Steve, we collaborated and came up with the association challenge, and that has been going so well, right? But we're also working on different approaches that we can use, and not just, focus solely on the association challenge. Are we in a position to ask for grants? Are we in a position to go out there to different big corporations and provide them with letters and get money? Absolutely. How do we find those companies? How do we reach out to them? What do we need to do to better present a report to those companies to get the grant that we need in Sienna, right? And not only depending on the goodness of the donations that we receive. We're very appreciative of that, but
Mm-hmm.
I think we can just broaden, our horizon a little bit outside of our scope. So those are the things that as a DOA that I have to look forward to doing. Inventory management, right? When we're going to Sienna, there's a lot of behind the scenes that happen that most people don't understand.
Mm-hmm.
Even with staff fund, we have to come up with envelopes and special card donation cards. We have to make sure we have enough pens and Kofi and Ama bowls. All those things have to be in position, right? It's all about structure and organization. Because when we have those things ready and good to go, it makes us look good. People can say, wow, these people are doing it, right? And
Mm-hmm.
that's what we want to see. And that's the DOA. That is what I look forward to continue to bring, to be able to better, present ourselves, on a better platform. Leadership, right? Sharing meetings. If there are committees that need input, that we need to maybe help, create a procedure, streamline the procedures that we have to make it easier for everybody. That's where I have to come in and work with the different committees that we have, developmental plans. My job is to make sure that whatever we come up with is also stored in a database that is safe and secure. That's number one, right? That's one thing that we need to come up with. If we can create a database that is safe and secure, and only a handful of people have access to that, because those are information that we have to be able, that we safeguard them, right? So those are things that I look forward to bringing as a DOA.
Wow, that was, and for Steve, that was loaded.
It looked like I just stepped right
like we didn't even have any more questions. We can't even ask
you said you had a follow-up question.
Looked like I just stepped right into her wheelhouse, right? Yeah, Nicole, I know you are burning to access some questions. So, Nicole, please do, while I go drink some water.
Okay, so my sister, so this is, you really just gave us everything. It's like, and we've been asking, and you just gave us, or you gave us everything. You gave us what it means, what it's not, you gave us what we were, how we were, and where we what we are doing now, and where we should go, and the best way to get there. And you are just ready to do that, and you are, parce que collègue blanc, everything that you are listening, I'm like, okay, so do you know what you are saying yourself? You know how many things that you are listening, and you're prepared to take this on. You're prepared to take all of this on. So it's amazing for you to know all of these things that are needed, all of these responsibility, expectation, and you still want the position anyway. You still want the position anyway. It's not just so that people will call you, but you are DOA, just because you believe in what we do. You believe in making a difference for you to do that. So I just appreciate that. I appreciate the knowledge of knowing what it is. And you've been since the beginning, even though you've been doing this and you're getting this. So I appreciate that. And we have to be grateful for that. For people who are willing to just step up and sacrifice time, sacrifice energy, sacrifice family, because you're going to be sacrificing family and everything. You're going to be sacrificing to do this. Right. So just grateful. But I know if for Steve and other people will be burning like, okay, she's talking this, your Vogue is like, she's, she's right. And then you do this, right. And then they're like, okay, what is the Vogue? What is the Gangbe is coming out of? So I want you to, I want you, they want to hear you too. Speak your day, because they want to know that you are not, they tell us that we are lost. We are Americanized. Well, we are, even though we can speak it, even though we can do all of that, we have not lost. Yeah. So I want you to let people to know that, yes, you are not just seeking, you are not just going to be speaking your Vogue all the time. When this you are listening, you are going to be able to understand, because if we just ask you the question and then you understood it, right? So because they're gonna tell me, they're always catching up for me. First, if this is a Vogue show, okay. Just we gotta see some Vogue. Okay. So thank you very much for these questions. When you are introducing yourself, widow, look on in your le big bimio. I make widow let me le big bimo any yalo me blonya when you saw le Afri-Culture.
Widow.
I make me le blom, I make over stronku. I make over stronku. Me le pomia, if for Steve, if Steve like blana. I'm sure he's scratching his head right now. And if for Steve, you already know, tell us what a widow, me le blom, make over be stronku. Sister Melba Folly-Dogbey-Candidate ebe doyo yo wona yo penado abeko o strong balewa ko glonya wai to shame parce que e wodo ameko si strong baleo minya ba strong amero le fifia o strong le wasi over onyi milliardaire minya mo ameko le glon ameko strong le wasi o le duaya donc ameo kudo nkele dear to my mia any ameo kudo ameko si etoku nom loa offense Oh, and on a dear to my heart basket, Mount Oglobina widows could often why they have a special place for him. He takes care of them better. So go globina AOG or Pona yo one and no ask but want ya ejojinam to shame. Basket elevate parce que I'm to bon la min ponen in you. Min ponen. Mi brabena parce que c'est ça à peine chan que les blancs et les supporto ahosi. There you go. For George, thank you for George. Thank you. I'm thankful that you can. Ahosi. There you go. Ahosi emi blanc. Ahosi o kudo amekosi e nom loa. Donc George nambena e doc emi wona wa e puis sofion chambena amekonia omle blanc po enuko wona wa. Donc I just want to point that out. That it makes a difference. Et puis, à make là non pas à aussi, là non pas et des vico et tom le wasio nom le wasio à make et jiwan les sia no so dona wa on to la no le ko on to la comme on to la nya le ko donc George Nambena Nukolo, that means Bena, you are right here, you are right in it, you are ready for it, you've been doing it your whole life. So mi Benade. If you're obeying the constitution, okay,
but my constitution, I do a position.
I think we're gonna have to because it's not Sister Melba only, right? I think we ask and they're like, I write the constitution and then name me big blobby. Oh, obey on like, but I mean, I know not all of it is just my position that I'm focused on. My position.
I know, right? Yeah. Yeah, they are all of them are just concerned about their position.
Their position.
Yeah, so let the other executives worry about what they need to do.
Don't worry about the rest of it. They just focus on what they need to do and they need to know how to do it well. So me that way bina ewan. So siana ma globena mi blon position now, mi blon enuko doko position na ona. Me explique New York pata fifiare. Mi Siana, kaka 2012. I mean 12 ans ya, obey ele Siana me. Ele pronunciano. Position ya mi blon o explication na mi nou ke yo la ten mi la po changement. Ne le possible le begbe me. Ne le possible le begbe me vire a expliquer na mo. Présentement nou ko la ten nou ko no va eni a aide que le janamu aide it help parce que français dodo no I'm only married to but I don't speak French so aide it is help nous kayo le jawo nous ko po be na no opposition nous kayo po que le immédiat directement fifi I mean immediate what are the things that or you think that we need to work on, we need to implement that you are going to be helping with just few things. If it's possible, some of them in Regbeme, if you can.
Okay. You them proposition as DOA only fun matewo voa nyere kanye matewo right because in siamila where mirola were do right mirola were collaboration mirola were teamwork right because manye lava changer siana overnight mirola were doku president mirola were doku vice president mirola were doku secretary mirola were doku assistant mirola were doku PRO that teamwork coach mirola were doku core
right
it's not going to be us against core mirola were together right so nyanke mag global va chuchugbantoare collaboration
okay
mirola were together
okay
come no core povai garo me maso over nanani because secretariat executive officer le blondeka coach le blombu Lemiate jagbagba la pompo ye mia reach mi gonna be happy medium right? You might reach 100% tolo.
Right.
But at least I me dogo la fide e goma se vamia katamia domea. E pomina te wodo. Right? Unity the kawawa in main sunly. Where tane goma se va executive ku dome. Ye information ka mi obo your project. Ye project alam ya benefits I mean go to me na we. Right? Because project do project committee or channel project from different areas so
right.
Yeah. You know, me le jagbagba le yi other areas so for up to now I take bia nyam kwa sende pecho take bio. So at least me dollar Sunday right? Me na appeal na me hotel association no and me to different areas so what channel so obe idea right? Me akata me a presenting a project committee okay, you know, these are the information that we have. Yeah. They toko, you know, Beni of Mila year, la supporte ameo, but chuchubaya the cow, collaboration. Because they the cow million, they must over vary.
Right. Karajava, no de pemja marshal.
Yeah.
Okay, Mila, take a 15. We're just gonna take a quick break because we've been talking. You see, we are having fun. I hope you guys are having fun. We want to hear from you. Please let us know you are watching. Please, and for George, thank you. I know you were already on. You save us already, so thank you. I made le camera. Fike mi joint soa de kukuna mi nemi do question na sister Melba mi do edora ne banya ne mi le Washington DC mi le watch amina sister Melba banya bena mi le moajilo. Me I take a quick break. Mila trova zandea. 1 minute per mila so 2 minutes, 1 minute, 2 minutes, break there. Ne mi a trova ne mi a continuer. Donc ami ba fie popo ne amere le kame kudo mi wa mi invité ne wa joindre mi mi partager lien kudo mi comment mi share linka kudo amere na amere ba joindre mi. You are watching. What I'm saying is please share the link with everyone. Invite somebody to join us. Let us know where you're joining from. And I say thank you for George is already there. He saved us already. We didn't know what a widow, the name of widow, we couldn't remember if George sent it to us. So thank you for George. Everyone else who's watching, please let Sister Melba know that you are watching, you're supporting her. And we want some questions as well. Send us some questions for her. But let's just take a 2 minutes break, about 2 minutes break, and we'll be right back.
Not to he can me have any mega pomi po.
Oh, Finemia guy. FPF for me lelo. Robenya vie le jojo. Jajadona Siana 2025. Ya for me le rehearsal so de le jajado. Mile, me ya fide ko mile.
Oh, nyate pa. You must be in my register at Dallas 2025. Because land has the only way my tongue get access to their hotel. I can't really worry. No, you may register here. Can I never job? He my tongue at the convention or would they refund my money to me?
What to now? Never and Hagana registration. I've another two more down my temper convention. The Canaswa. We are cool 11 when you were now your convention organizers. You don't know my other than what to put that now. 11 and your happy August like a week 2025. Now do about I don't hope we go Katan.
Nyatepa.
Nyatepa nyakwemi back we pepe yakwe date kwe here August 13, 2025. No nya yoko wa cancel hotel reservations akwa akana.
You know what? You're too early to register for the convention now. The convention is up there in August 2025.
Our phone and registration. Ekpanade siana movena wodudunya as an outie. Uhala apo hotel venue fede and
oh, Akpenade upe yabedem. We need to register. My way kaba. My no vinge gomita. Apato guipe kolobadi. What no register. Namia fasa. Elevepere.
Efo, eho go bankolo. Yami, yame when mi yom ya beku meto when mi register mi avadala. Azalo.
Yo, madakuku medwago nasiana menora kaka anyamianovi agoti ya mauna yile mopomna anyakure nufofu. Abemado pejina mibe Lucian Sogbe moho bisavo tam mele emoji bonalo nyajogo le Dallas lo mauna irami.
Land of America, Abena Bobo Yeronya, Land of America. Untifafa Bobo Yenyesiana.
Welcome back to Afri-Culture right here on Sienna TV and Chatting with Nicole. At the same time, I want to thank you guys for watching us. Thank you for coming back. I want to thank Steve for joining me today. And I want to thank, obviously, Sister Melba for being here with us today. Again, please remember, we know you heard Sienna, you've been hearing. If you have not registered, I do not know what you're waiting for, but this is one of them that you just have to be there. And remember, we are talking out to Sister Melba and everybody else because they're going to be an election this year in Dallas, right? So we want you to be there. I kept saying, I personally want to see you guys. So if you have not registered, I don't know why, but whatever the reason, I want you to register now. I want you to prepare and make sure that you are Sienna 2025, because, you think that, Atlanta was big, or, last year, 2024 was big, Colorado was big. Wait till you see. You already know how they started it. Dallas is going to be even. Washington, D.C. is going to be even bigger. So I want you guys to make sure that you are there in Dallas. So make sure that you register. But thank you. Sienna 2025, Amidola no fun 2025, Midola no Sienna 2025. Emle dak pena fosti, emle dak pena sister Melba bole kamikudomi, minyabe mi le blonyon subon eglia. Voa mbena ne amerem le kamikudomi ami partager lien kudo, mi do question ami bio sister Melba question, bio mi question, mi namia nya fike mi le joindre toi parce que ne mi le partager lien, ne mi le moaji mi blonyare pepe le commentaire ami magnon. If you don't send your comments, we don't know who is joining, except I only know that for George is online. So everybody else, I don't know who is joining. And Sister Melba also wants to know that you are supporting. And for C, wants to know how you feel about him being on Afri-Culture today. So please let us know your comments and ask your questions. This is your time. Ask her whatever question. I know she already gave us a lot already, but I know that you have things burning in your head that you want to ask. So make sure you ask us and make sure that you are here. We are here. I am here every Sunday, 4 p.m. and 8 p.m. GMT. And obviously for Steve, it is on Saturday. We have the show. I don't have the lineup for you here, but we have Sienna Central. You need to register on Sienna TV. You need to subscribe to Sienna TV. You need to subscribe to Chatting with Nicole. So let me bring back it for Steve and then Sister Melba so that we can carry on with the conversation. For Steve, so yesterday, for David gave us a lot, right? And for David talked to us about scholarship, he talked to us about strategy, he talked to us about negotiation, experiences that he have and everything that he was planning to do for Sienna. So we heard a lot about him, about the youth. We talked about the youth and everything else. So I know you have a follow-up question for Sister Mel. What out of what we heard from David, because they are both candidate for DOA, right? So what do you have as a follow-up question from what we heard specifically yesterday? What do you have something you want to ask Sister Melba so that she can also tell us her vision and what she's planning to do?
Absolutely. One thing, I have a question. Yeah, for David Ponucho, agenda. Yeah, I believe we need to listen to the candidates. Yeah, there was one area, which is youth empowerment. Now there was a specific question. There will be a youth empowerment. Miakata Minyaba is the president of the FA Association of Houston. There will be a question there, is there anything orderly or in that area? He went and spoke about a few things. Ita Mabialo, Manyaba Youth Empowerment, yeah, that Penny was here. She spoke very passionately about youth empowerment. Yeta de Manyaba Oha Award Dodella area Mama de Nada Liga Natwa Toshi Fifiaba, ye enya anika enya area de ka ye jimba ya ward daughter chohama na miatwa encourage me about youth. Magagri la fiaba. Look, I approached him several times about some specific youths that I like me a pro akada hama, I like me I encourage you. Gakade, no kele jino like that like an atwa at the jipone and me a youth I'm now one not so involved like me about the one now man. If you are meeting me talking about mama and you good body. Yeah.
Youth empowerment is a very powerful subject for me as well, right? And most people, I'm always advocating for the youth. That's one of my favorite words, advocate, wherever we go, right? And I'll use my own children as an example. We go to different functions because I'm very heavily involved in the Airway Association community. Me in a program, and we go there, and I'm encouraging the culture for them. You have to understand they were all born here, but I'm encouraging the culture for them, and and they seem very uninterested. Like, and sometimes you'll complain, why is this taking so long? Why do they have to just why don't you just say I do so we can go home? Why is it 5 hours? Why is this baby ceremony 10 hours? And you can tell, but and I always encourage my kids to ask questions and just say things that they're unfamiliar with. So I would follow up with them and say, hey, well, what was this specifically that you didn't quite like? He said, well, timing, it was just too long. And first of all, everything started so late,
Right.
And now I have to sit here and wait for everybody to come,
Right.
and I said, okay. And I asked him, well, what do you think we could do differently? He said, well, I mean, I enjoyed the program, but I wish they had something for the kids to do.
Right. Right.
There was nothing for us to do. We just have to sit there, and even the language, I don't understand half of the language they're speaking. So and I appreciate that. And that was another thing that we even talked during one of our meetings at the Airway Association, that we need to start bringing our kids to the meeting, but we don't have a, so it's very difficult for some of them to understand. So what can we do to change that narrative, right? And it's just starting to mentor,
Right.
And I think that was one of the things that we had discussed, and something that I already do at my church. I mentor a lot of the kids.
Okay.
Because we do so many things, and I think the expectation for us as adult is the kids should automatically watch and do.
Right.
We're not specifically understanding what it is we're wanting them to listen and do. Right. So first, we need to reach them at their level and provide some sort of teaching.
Right.
Right. Some sort of mentoring. Just take a kid. This is the child that I want to mentor. I will be your auntie for the next duration. To see what we could do. To build you up, to learn about the culture. Dr. When you'll have the teaching Ewe show on Siena Media, that's helpful. If we can get that marketed to a more broader, area, to get, more kids involved in that, I think that would be helpful as well.
Right.
So that brings up again, my idea as a DO as marketing. So it's not just about one association, but it's about bringing all these 19 associations together and what we can do to help our kids maintain the culture. When they come to Siena, what else can we do? If we need to build a different packet for them, to have them experience Siena differently than how we do it.
Right.
To help them better understand what it is we're doing, I think the interest will be there.
Right.
Right. And not only that, involve them.
Right.
Involve them, have an assistant, like a core member, be a youth member. The associations will deliberately say, okay, going forward, I was vice president in each association will be, for youth, to empower the youth. And let that person be the advocate for the other youth in the association, right? Get them involved. It is, what Siana does. Help them understand what Siana does so they can take it back
right
to the other youth in the association. But sometimes I think we build this bridge where we keep them afar. Say, okay, we have this youth committee for you. You're doing this, you're doing that. And yet we're still doing everything that we're doing on the Siana platform without the collaboration there, right? Again, it's all about collaborating. We do our talk with you for they want saying before they will get involved. Let me ola va Siana voir. Ola va wanko dola wakwa. Ojo.
Empower them, not just give the empowerment is very, very important. Yes. We give them we empower them, we trust them. Yes. And mila defion ke fike tutu gba anya ngbro be na le show ya odola nya fike mi soa.
That's right.
Odola nya nu ke le vevere na mia odola na nu ke ntimi wo na nu odoa game over na nyi ole brobe o nke ntie mi like leo ele forever. Only say gome no say
gome exactly.
No le wo program wa le ja complain.
That's right.
No ke mi do la kula sibe mi o parent wa mi na commence no on time. We have to leave this African time and then be our American time. So mi na commence no on time. Let me commence no on timer. Then I know kotola ile kodola idoa. This youth empowerment tare. Mi do la do confiance do mi ave vioji. Mi do la fion fike mi soa.
That's right.
Si mi le wo mi odoa. No say como wa yola complain.
That's right.
No say come in area o man complain.
That's right.
Complain no nyabe na culture nyabe culture. Nyabe culture. This is it's a gold. Our culture is a gold.
It is. Yeah. Yeah.
There's a reason we are doing it. Ela no plus easy. Donc I charity Afri-Culture I'm West speaking global. I'm yabe parent, miawo parent wari, miabe do beni, be mi la pion miabe vio, mi la fike mi soa na miabe vio.
Yeah ma.
No, evinye san onyem jile fi ovo avo vinya mjina la do Africa la wo mjina nem le do gengbe na mjina la ela no bronze gebe na yem le se onene olo wa do nene mema mo do me do nene continue la no do be bene continue la no bene kombe le cham le we ele pom le Africa ba wo ele pom le o mi okota if you don't know be ele church chala do Africa ba wo nem le Africa, elle a ton avec ma plaie à Wovanaï. Parce que les continuer, les les vraiment proud of my African culture. It is addicted. When you are doing it, your child will see it. And you have to embed it in their head. Les fion et niade. Elle a quiro wanti, elle a quiro wanti.
Yeah. My follower Betty Vinyo, Yem Jiware, me Janagbagba every year, me in Ahwe. Me in Ghana, me in Alome. Egg bear, like a viewer chan embrace African culture. Vinyo chan embrace African culture.
Yeah.
Vinyo le college, Ghana flag le hobby now, Togo flag le hobby now. Odona African, well, African Student Union. Odona Gbeacha, me Ghana, Odona Gbea.
We have to.
I mean, don't let go black. Me don't like empower my review. Bear is we have a very rich culture.
Right.
I mean, fiawa, oh manya. But very parent toucha. Menya mesia menyo. And I mean, the community mayor. That's the whole purpose of community. Me don't like mentoring a chamba. Wow, yeah. I'll be happy, right? So garo nya mi mate blame parents abe omle well. Exactly.
And it's not a shame.
That's
No bio no probably no viole where Oloko la bijia bio never pay don't you me well now. And you unity. Me don't do ensemble. Siana together neto. Siana mate réussir without unity. Siana cannot succeed with just one person. We all have to do it together. Just like for Steve, we know you are there. We are in the conversation too. So we are going to
I do have a quick follow-up question though, if I may.
Yeah.
Okay. Mavana Washington, just a chodaka, alo and a chodaka was there. I'm not a poor aleke miaba youth that they are so involved. I'm you walk the walk and you talk the talk, right? But Nyakata minya what Siana youth, but the youth in the Washington do. I can attest to 2013. I was in Chicago. Yet me rent a bus now. Yeah, Washington all the way to come to Chicago to assist us with our cultural performance.
Wow.
Because look, they drove miles, they drove hours here, and they were not on program. But what is the magic one in Washington? Let me organize me about youth. A wedding, I came in van. Youth were running around, and Abla was doing this. There were other youths. They were just running around and doing everything. Look, I have headed an association in Chicago for 6 years. How difficult it is to organize Miavio. Yesterday, Washington, that you have found a magic one to get it done. How do you get it done? And how involved are you in enriching the youth participation in what we do every day?
Right.
Well, Akba, Washington, you say, yeah. Washington, we do it all. We do it all. First of all, being a former vice president, that was one of the things that I was passionate about. People get excited. People get energized when you involve them in decision making, right? When you respect their opinions, right? You finally meet you. I know we are having a special program, and we encourage the youth to join the committee and say, hey, what are some of the things that you think we can do differently? We don't just tell them, oh, you are young, you don't know anything.
Right.
No, that's not how we approach it, right? Oh, this is the idea you have. Sounds great. How can we elaborate that to make it work better, right? What do you think if we do it this way, would that work better? It's about involving them, collaborating with them, because generation there is no such thing as you think about it, your child doesn't know anything. No, they know more than us.
Yep.
They know way more than us. So trust me, I am first to ask them, what is the new lingo, right? I worked as a school counselor. Even now today, when I'm talking to some of my colleagues, I use the word bro, because that's how they used to reference each other. Hey, what's up, bro? How you doing, bro? Male or female? Right? And if I'm going to be able to interact with them and better understand them, I have to respect their opinions. I can't just brush it away.
Right.
And that's one thing that I'm truly happy to say, that, all the presidents that we have, all the executives that we have in, Airway Association embrace those same ideas. We encourage the youth to let us know what we could do better, what we could do to involve them. We go to picnics, they come up with ideas. Oh, we can do this, we can do that, Vota Ensemble. How can we get them involved and, and just be happy to show up, to perform? What can we do? Do we need to provide them with a meal? Do we need to get them, special gift? We provide them with backpack and all those things, because we let them know that we care about you, and we want what's best for you. So I think, like I said, that's one thing that I'm truly happy to be part of. And we will continue to do that in Washington, D.C., because we value the youth. They have great ideas. If Sienna will, and encourage the youth to be part of the discussion, not just in their little forum, but bring them into the discussion.
Right.
Bring them into the core meeting.
Right.
Bring them into the committees.
Right.
Right. That's where the ideas will come up.
Right.
Like your foresee said, we are getting old.
We are getting
and this is us building something for the next generation. Who are the next generation?
We are getting old.
They are the next generation. So involve them in conversation.
They have to.
And respect their opinions.
Right. Right. So that's what you guys are doing. So you are respecting their opinion. You are giving them you are empowering them, and you are supporting, you are helping, you are giving them what they need. You are giving them their space, and you are understanding where they're coming from. You are understanding their mind. And so that's what is working for you. So a first question is this is what you are doing. So everyone else, all the association watching, this is what you guys are doing. And we tried it, right? We tried it. And now we have you guys, as Sister Akpene, because she's very much, she even hired one of the youngest person when she was on the call, just the empowerment. So I am just very excited that, not just to one association, DC association, it is going to be in Siena, the Siena level. And I'm also excited because she also said, I don't know, was it her, that we needed to help the associations as well. Siena needs to help associations as well. So because without the association, there's no Siena. So you sharing this, it is something that this is what you do. It works for Washington, D.C. Speaking of Washington, D.C., Abla, I see you. Abla, I miss you, actually. All right, if you're watching, I miss you. We haven't had our chat for a while, and I know you're gonna be on the call you're on the list. But I do miss you. We need to get on chat. So Abla, say hello. Tuning. Are you tuning in from Washington? Of course. Of course, you're tuning in. So Abla, thank you for joining. Thank you for your comment. But we need to get caught up. Okay, Abla. So, speaking of that, you guys do it so well because of the people that you have involved, like Abla and the others who are really, truly focused on the youth. And so we have to have that in every association. Because just like you said, your young people. Every time when I finish, I try to get everybody's feedback. Young people, they have fun, but there was nothing special for them. There was nothing special for them, but they have fun. Only bored. They are bored. So I am just so, looking forward to the change, something different. Can bring our brains together. You guys have been doing it so that we can figure out what is missing. How can we do this to be successful? How can we do this so that 10 years, 20 years, 50 years, they are the ones doing, they're carrying on. No one will be here, then over. Georgina. First Steve, do you have any follow-up questions for Sister Melba?
Absolutely. One thing, I'm always have a question. I see Abla is out there.
Yeah, she is.
And talking about the and several results. Okay. Okay, Marco, this is an area, Manyaba, you're already involved in your women empowerment, right? Let me ask you this, look. Manyaba women empowerment, it's very dear to your heart because and we see that in Siena, Miaba elections, there are 7 positions, right? And so far we have 13 candidates that are vying for 7 positions. And 7 of those 13 candidates are women. And I can say authoritatively, but this is the first time we have had this many women volunteering themselves to serve Siena. We have had a few women vying for a few positions. There are some positions that there are only women vying for it. The assistant secretary's position, for example, it is 2 energetic women, going at it. what is it, Ike, it has motivated you personally? What is your motivation after all these years that you have been serving, not just your community, but the Siena community, after all these years, what is it that continues to motivate you to continue to offer yourself in service for the greater good of all?
Hmm. Well, to be honest with you, I always say I think I am born ready for community work, right? And and as a counselor, you have a client, who is very difficult to change, right? It is not my job to give up on that client. My job is to help them understand why they're finding it difficult to change, right? I've been with Sienna for so many years. There's a lot of changes that have happened, a lot of growth that had happened. And I'm very, very proud to be part of all that growth. But I just want to be in a position where, as a woman, you know, bringing that change to a broader level, right? I always say that women are like thermostat, right? When we walk in the room, we tell the temperature in the room, right? We tell the temperature in the room, so we know when the temperature is not where it's supposed to be, right? So making sure that the thermostat in Sienna is set in the right temperature, right? To move Sienna in the right direction, in a positive direction for the next generation is what it's important to me. And that's why I wanted to start for DOA and work with the president, work with CORE, right? To be able to project that temperature in the right way. What we go to Sienna, and just like Sister Nicole said, the youth are there, but they're not involved, right? They're not involved. We're not, collaborating with them. They go into their own little room, they do what we have to do for them. But I had said earlier, if they don't truly understand the culture of what we're doing, right, then we're missing the point somewhere. And I feel like that is where is important to me, and is important to, just like you said, Sister Quinny, when she mentioned that, for us to bring that diversity, in leadership, to be able to project the thermostat and set it at the right temperature, so we can change the temperature in the room.
For the right temperature. When she was saying, I was on mute. I was about to say yes. So I don't want her to feel alone saying temperature. Yes, she was right. When the women come, we have a different temperature.
We do.
So it is good for us to have this mixture. It's not just our husbands, our brothers just planning everything and making everything.
Mm-hmm.
We want that temperature. We want to feel respect.
We want the temperature to fit everybody.
We want the right temperature.
We bring that. That's we have to measure. No, I keep wondering, because I know you personally, and I have worked with you, for so long a time, and I know your dedication and your zeal and your enthusiasm. So I just kept, there have been times here in we say, okay, this is our last year. We are going to, but then we can find enough people who can feel that they can help. So we come back and we offer ourselves. But I just sit back and say, what do you be eating, or what have you been drinking? I need to talk to full Louis. For you to be continuously wanting to volunteer your service, it's remarkable. Extremely, extremely remarkable. So I just wanted to know your what actually motivates you to want to continue to give of yourself this much to our beloved community. We know, what we do. Okay, so let me just pick it back. I don't know how much time we have. Let me just ask this. you've talked about your motivation, but what uniquely qualifies you above the others? What would you say about uniquely? I normally would ask a question, but why should you be chosen? There are two of you. We had for David Echoma. So what uniquely qualifies you to be given the nod to offer your service to continue to offer your service to Sienna?
Service. Okay. Okay. Well, I mean, for Steve, you already know my track record, right? My involvement in Sienna, like you said, 12 years. I go to Sienna. Mind you, I don't get paid. I don't get any contribution towards my plane fare or gas or hotel fees. That's always been on me. I go there. I sometimes don't eat dinner because or even give away my seat that I paid for. I pay registration fee like everybody else. But most of the time I'm busy working and I enjoy it. I truly enjoy it because I see the positive change that is happening in Siena, organizational management, we go in there, the Siena committee, we're always organized. We're ready to go, we're making sure we're sending out, when you make a donation at Siena, immediately get an instant email thanking you. That's me on the other end, thanking you for your donation, right? Those are things that we want to continue doing. My work effectively, with the diverse community, the community. I work with different community groups, with my NGO in Ghana, right? With my job, with my my CPR company. You go into different companies that you teach CPR, right? And you're hoping and praying that everybody is in the same wavelength, after you finish the class. And lo and behold, they are. You spend 4 or 5 hours, because I'm not there to project myself. I'm there to project what CPR can do, which is to save a life, right? So just like we've been talking about, I don't go to Siena to let everybody say, hey, Melba is here. No. What am I there to do for Siena, right? To move a step closer to our goal, to our mission, to providing for impoverished area in the Volta region in Ghana, Togo, and Benin. What have we been doing, or what can we do more to provide that avenue for them, right? And transparency. That's one thing that I definitely will bring to the position of DOA. I'm very transparent person. What you see is what you get. In terms of how we deal with people, I respect people, and I believe in teamwork, because teamwork always make a dream work. There is no man is an island. That's what I tell people. No man is an island. You cannot do anything alone. So if you don't collaborate, if you don't bring people into the conversation, if you don't involve other people in the conversation, it's not just the adult people, the youth, the women, the children, we have to even involve people that are disabled. They need to be involved in a conversation as well. All right. Just working in making sure that Sienna's operations, are transparent and providing enough information for all of us to be on the same page. Core, president, executives, all of us on the same place. Our stakeholders, our big donors. The expectation is that they give us money. We need to provide some sort of proof of what we've used that money for in order to get more of it. All right. So that's the transparency that I hope to bring to the position.
And for Steve, does that answer your question?
Does that answer your question?
Yeah, let me yield to Nicole. Whenever you may have, probably you might want to take a break.
Yeah, I know. Sister Melba, first of all, I remember I told you that we are not going to go over an hour and 15. That's what I told you. Like, we are over, and we are an hour and 20 right now. So I know we've gone through a lot of questions, and now we've gone through a lot. You have shared a lot, and I really just appreciate it. I really just appreciate it. Just make me respect you even more. Your love and your dedication and everything. It just makes me, because I see the same thing. Because we are not supposed to do something for like, you're not doing it for you. You're not doing it for somebody to say hello, to say, yeah, you did it. You're not doing it. So just for you to just having that spirit in you, it made me I have more respect for you, just like I told Sister Akpene, and I was telling her that and I'm just so grateful for the 7 position that the women, the women, 4 women here to balance it out, because we know things, and we can do things, and we bring that temperature, balancing the temperature. So we have that you talked about. So I'm just so grateful for that, and we have so much to talk about. Donc, Sister Melba, I pray you're gonna come back. Afri-Culture, you have an open invitation. We're gonna come back and talk more about your business and the widow bee. I want to hear more about that, especially what you're doing in back home, how you're helping people back home. I will love for you to come back for us to chat more about that, and also to chat more about our youth, because it's super important to me. I'm telling you, because it's very, very important. How we can embed our golden our golden culture into them before we leave. We cannot fail them. We cannot fail our ancestors. We cannot fail them. So I will have an open invitation. You have an open invitation. You got to come back. We're going to discuss more about that. But I want to ask you, I always ask this, what is your favorite activity in Ghana or Togo? Now it's 2. What is your favorite activity back home that you normally do? Not just favorite activity, but your favorite food, and maybe your husband's favorite. They have gari. Most of it is that's what they eat. So what is your favorite activity and favorite food back home?
Wow. Favorite activity. When I go to Ghana, believe it or not, I go restaurant hopping.
Hopping.
I like to taste all the different food that I haven't had, that I miss in America. Yes, I do that a lot. I tell my mom, okay, let's go to this one, let's go to that one. Let's see how it tastes.
Right.
So I love to travel. I love to travel. That's one thing I enjoy doing. Favorite food, come.
Oh my God, that's a konkwe bese.
Kukarami.
Oh my God. Okay, I have to come here. Konkwe bese kukarami. I love it too. I'm telling you. Maybe it's you too. And for Steve, sorry. We were talking about konkwe abilities. I hope you that's one of your favorite. A base simply, sometimes you eating something, people would think like, what is this? People think that going to the restaurant and spending $1,000 on a meal is no. We just want simple.
That's it.
Sometimes it's just with sardine. Me, I'm in heaven.
That's it.
So I go back home. We have to find the best place for corn.
That's right.
He has to take me his first place for corn.
Yeah.
And then we don't have to eat with a basic kudo. Oh, sardine.
Boy, bese.
You young people, you don't know. You don't know what you're missing. You don't know what you're missing, but we love that konkwe. I said that's one of my favorite food. I know
bobo
So and then so what?
I'm just wondering, is this an interview for a candidate or a food show? I'm just wondering.
It's an interview for a candidate. This is how they get to know her. This is getting to know her, what she loves, so that when she wins, when you invite her into her home, you know exactly what you're going to serve her. So it's supposed to be, that's why.
For Lawrence is cracking up back there. He's just saying, a great presentation. I enjoyed the entire program. For Lawrence is it's DJ at
DJ for Friday after Friday night on Sienna TV.
Yeah, we appreciate it. Thank you.
We appreciate you.
Thank you, Full Lawrence.
So I appreciate that. So I always have to ask that question. So I have to ask, I have to be fair and ask you the same thing. And I'm just so grateful. So next time I come, next time we meet in Togo or Ghana,
Definitely.
next time we meet, we're gonna have to find this special place and enjoy our corn and then enjoy
And
our basic
that's
with
right.
Kalami. We're gonna have to enjoy that next time.
That's right.
So
That's right.
those of you who wants to invite Sister Melba, when you invite her, you know exactly what she eats.
Hmm.
You know exactly what she loves. So
Hmm.
thank you, everybody. I am so grateful. And for George, I thank you for being online. If you're still there, thank you. I thank you. I thank Ego Bees. I don't know who you are, but I thank you watching from Atlanta. And you said great show. We thank you.
Thank
Sister,
you.
Sister Abla, thank you very much. My very sister from another mother. I
Hmm.
appreciate you. You know, she's amazing. Abla is amazing, and I
Yes.
love her to death.
Yes.
So
Yes.
Abla, thank you. You say you miss me too. I think I'm glad you miss me too. So we're gonna have and then like a first Steve just said, for Lawrence, thank you very much. And for Lawrence, every time I'm watching your show, the first thing I see is my flyer. So I always think that is my show, and then I realize that it's not my show. So thank you for always presenting. I appreciate you.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know you agree with me. Black is
Hmm.
definitely a best.
You're the best.
She's
Yep.
the best. Shalom. You agree with me? Thank you.
Hmm.
So, Sister Melba, we heard what you have for us. We heard your answers. We heard your qualification. You heard everything that you have to give us. And we appreciate it. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope that people also appreciate, getting to know you better and getting to know appreciating the qualification that you have. And not only that, but to thank you for your service. I thank everybody who has been involved and all the candidates. I thank them for their service, and not just for that, but the service they are going to be rendering by asking for by being a candidate and searching to do this
Hmm.
job. So we thank you guys for doing that. No matter what. And I also want to know that, and I know I'm not even going to ask you. I know that even if you don't get the job, you don't get the position, you are still there. You are still going to do it and still going to work with everybody
Hmm.
because you've been doing it without the title. So I don't see
Hmm.
anything going to change. So I'm not going to
That's
even
right.
ask that because you're going to ask tell me the same thing.
That's right.
No. So I thank you for that. But if for Steve, I'm gonna before I ask for closing remark, I'm gonna ask if for Steve, if you can just if you have anything for Sister Melba before we ask for closing remark, anything you have for Sister Melba.
Okay, yeah, Dama by Marakuma Bialo.
Hmm.
Yemi on form to the position of the DOA. Amado do that, but the position of the DOA, Abaleka Wonteglena, it is intended to complement just every other position, every executive
Hmm.
position. It Amado do that, but my here. Yeah, Amado do that, but here. Ke boŋ a ne míakpɔ be leke míaga gbogbo atrɔ asi le ŋu ne ne that office of the DOA nanɔ more effectively le wo le gbɔwo ɖo leke ekpoe ɖo be ale yi ke gblɔe be it complements everyone. It has ame aɖe do yi wogba ɖe ŋtsɔma be it has a fiduciary duty aɖe ame aɖe gblɔ ŋtsɔma gake it's an office yi ke complements. Ita le osusunu de leke miatua atrɔ asi le office ma ŋu ye office nye not necessarily just an independent office of its own, gake one or more effective in terms of its organizational skills, what it brings to the table, and what it offers. So, it is not necessarily about why you should be chosen. Gake just randomly there. Whenever you are someone, I have fallen on you several times for ideas about having to do certain things a little better than we are. If you have the answer to it, that is fine. If it's not
Hmm.
something that you have thought about, that is still fine. But how can we make the office of the DOA more effective than it is today?
Well, I mean, here is that's a very good question. And in terms of saying that the DOA position complements all the other positions, I think I would say is more of a collaboration position, right? And the reason why I say that is let's look at Congress, for instance, right? Uh, there is checks and balance, right? And that checks and balance of the president comes from Congress, right? So in my mind, I'm looking that the position of the DOA, you know, when it was originally written based on the job description that I have read, should be a standalone position and rather function that way as a checks and balance. So I wouldn't, I'm not saying that the DOA is Congress per se, but just the derivatives, right? Making sure that the minutes are accurately written, making sure if there was a question in the core meeting that came up, that we have that, information readily available before our next core meeting, right? So the DOA behind the scenes is checking and balancing what needs to be put in place. So that way the meeting, and not only just the meeting, but after the meeting, things are functioning the way they should, right? It's all about organization, and it's all about working in collaboration with everybody. So you're not really complementing. I'm not going to be writing a minutes if the secretary is not available. That should not be the job of the DOA, right? But just make sure that, it's written in such a way that so everybody reads it and, and understandably, and if anything that maybe the secretary wasn't available and the DOA happened to be in the meeting, of course you can take the minutes. But I will call the secretary and we work in collaboration. We work together to make it happen, to make it so we can present it. The president is not available, right? The vice president is not available. The DOA is put in position to hold the meeting, right? To hold the meeting, to hold everybody accountable in the meeting, to precipitate over the meeting, to make sure that everything goes as planned, So yes, it complements the other, positions, but it can also be a standalone position, to be able to provide the needed, checks and balances that we need.
And make it relevant. And make it relevant, because
make it relevant.
You do all of that, it's going to be relevant. Yeah. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Your last one, Queen. But good luck on your quest to be our next DOA, and we'll see you on the floor in Dallas on the 29th.
29th.
Yeah, that's right. Dallas.
So good luck, and thanks for availing yourself.
Of course.
Sister Melba, so now we're going to ask you to give you your closing remark, and then we're going to come back.
Okay.
Give your closing remark. Are you want to carry on? You like, I used to.
No.
It sounds like you're not ready to leave. All right. So let me have you give your closing remark, and we're gonna come back and then finish up. Okay.
Sure. Closing remark. Well, you've heard all about my experience, my dedication, and my vision for the role of DOA, right? Mm-hmm. And I have preached enough collaboration. I've preached enough Nyawado, they do, right? Mm-hmm. I've said enough of that because it's very dear to my heart. Mm-hmm. Amerikamate Wado, what you do. So the community and just the heritage of what we have to offer, not just the adult, members that come to Siena, but the youth as well. Right. Incorporating the youth, empowering the youth to better understand, why we do some of the things that we do.
We do, yeah.
To better help them understand. Mm-hmm. I will continue to go to Staff Fund and continue to be at that table at every Siena to make sure that things are run the way they should administratively. I enjoy what I do. I don't get tired or I don't get bitter that I go to Siena and I don't have any fun. No, because I know what we're doing is important. Right. I know what we're doing is important. So my appeal to everybody here and also in core is that, you vote for the right person that will come and do the job.
Right.
Because for me, it's not about the title.
Right.
We have to get the job done, and we have to do it hand in hand.
Right.
We have to work with each other.
Right.
For not for me, for future generation.
Right.
My kids are in college, but the younger ones that are coming up. So for
Right.
generations to come,
right.
We need to set the pace for them.
Right.
And just the fact that we all have a shared belief,
Right.
of moving Siena forward.
Right.
Is where I think I will be in a position to do the job as the DOA that Siena envisioned. So I appeal to you for your vote. If you want to know more about me, feel free to call me. I'm Washington Association number one in every area, and we will continue to be number one. So thank you for listening, and thank you for your vote. Thank you for your vote. So we can move Siena
together. You have to thank people in advance. So you're thanking them in advance for people. That's how you do it. There's a question. They say, are we serious as people whereby we don't have a lot of people in? I don't know, my brother. That's the same question I'm asking. The fact that we don't have enough subscribers on this show and Siena TV, I think that's your question. Yes, we are serious. Preach, my brother or my sister. Is it my sister, Chris? Preach. That's my question myself. So I don't know. I don't understand. This is so important. Our culture is so important. What we do is so important. But we have less, people to be interested. That's why we are doing this. So I thank you. I thank you for pointing that out. So I know that by saying that somebody else is hearing it, but you seeing it and pointing it out, and that's what's going to encourage other people. So I want you to do your part. I want you to share this link with everyone. I want you to tell them to join us so that we can do this together. Because what we do every week, yes, it is a small, but people will rather watch a cut video instead of, doing that. This is golden. This is golden. So I thank you for pointing that out. But yes, we are serious. And I know that it's going to get better. I know that everybody's going to start hearing. So we know. So young people, you who are watching, Shalom, I need you to share with your young folks. Afri-Culture every Sunday, 4 p.m. Eastern time. They need to be on. They need to be on and get more subscription.
More culture.
Yes, we need more subscription. I need more subscription. We need to know. We talk about culture. We talk about learning the language, learning how to cook, all of that. So we need more subscription. So F4 Steve, I think F4 Steve got his last the question for you. So before we let you go, I know you and we're going to do something. We have a task to do. So Sister Melba, we are, you say you say you didn't read all the Constitution, you just read some of them. I get it. But there's a part that you should have known, and I know you know, it is the anthem. The anthem.
Oh, of course.
Okay. So I challenge Sister Akpene. She's going to come back and sing that anthem. Next time she comes, she's going to have to come and sing that. So while you're here and you know it, I know we're gonna sing that, to close it. People and your young people, I need you to learn when we sing this. I need you to call Sister Akpeno and ask her. She will explain this to you. So we're gonna sing that. Before I do, Abla say help us. We need people to join and bring their marketing expertise and all of that. We need them. We need you guys. We need you. My brother, Chris, please do whatever. If you can do something, do it. Whatever light you can shine on people for, Siena TV, please do it, because we need people. We need more people. All right. So thank you, guys. And thank you. Thank you, all of us. So, Sister Akpene, let me know when you're ready.
You mean Sister Melba?
Sister Melba, I'm sorry. Sister Melba. You two are just my favorite people, right? Two of my favorite people. So
no. You know what? Sister Pere is like a sister to me too, so I'm okay with that.
So let's go this. You ready? We're gonna sing. Oh, let me give F4 Steve an opportunity. I don't want him to think we left him out. F4 Steve, are you going to be able to sing this anthem, or are you?
I know it by heart, but I don't sing. So I'll leave the singing to you.
Okay, we'll leave. I first see whatever.
I know in my heart what I don't sing, unfortunately.
So, let's take this. Let's close this. With our Sienna anthem. So, you ready?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
So let's go.
All right.
Okay.
Ebe du ko
Tutti
fafa
no
beton
ewo. Mi wo
de ka
yenye
Mountain yareji Mountain yareji
waji
Micho cholo Ebenigba Natoe Micho Cholo Ebenigba
It is a clarion call. It and then we got you next time and meet Jigba and the Jolo, Jonah Norman. It's a call to Afri-Culture July. So you get to sing it with the vim.
Says the person who doesn't sing, right? Says the person who doesn't sing. We want us to bring you should have been the one to bring the heat, but then you sit out and now you say, "Oh, next time you bring the heat." Okay, right? We heard you. Next time if we are going to bring the heat next time. So we're going to do that. So you are online. We thank you. And then we have your Anna. Okay, we have you. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for supporting Sister Akpene. Sister, you see, I'm still calling Sister Melba. Thank you for supporting your people. I thank you for coming out and supporting them. I thank you for helping us, helping this go out, help our channel, help our conversation, help these content. We thank you for helping us. And don't miss out. Next Sunday, I'm here every Sunday. So don't just come here when Sister Akpene, Sister Melba, people are here, but come all Sunday, every Sunday. Find some time and watch and share with everyone. Your platform, even if people don't understand it, still share anyway. I'm just asking you to do me a favor. Still share anyway, subscribe to the channel. So, Sister Melba, I thank you. Kaka, whoever Merci beaucoup.
Yo, bye bye. Bonsoir, mes chamelo. Bonne année. Bye.
Bye. So, A4 Steve. I'm gonna let you. Give your goodbye and your closing remark. Tell me what is in your mind before we close out.
Well, it has been fun. This series, you and I, feel that it is something that we need to do. And me, Jagoma Fifia, this is a novel and series. It can me, me one. My job, Boba. We have been having elections for some time. We've given platform to the candidates to come and share their views, introduce themselves.
Right.
I'm get a Kramanya, America vying for the position. Or elect Amaden to office.
Right.
Yeah, so it has been a great series that we began. Kadohi, what we may have to do in Yaba, Amagadofa, we still have a few will be coming on in the following weeks. We still have the secretary's position. The next week we have the assistant secretaries, then the secretaries thereafter, then we have Dr. Bernard Gadagbi will be coming in vying for the vice president. Then we'll have a full Willie coming in, and also the only person who have not been able to sign up for any of our shows, who is the other candidate for the president's position, which is Dr. Abedio, but he will not be able to make it. Okay, just about all 12 of the 30 candidates have signed up to come. Right. And we have heard them by the end of our Miabe series. I would have heard almost about all of them. Right. Okay, how do we hold them accountable? How do we hold their feet to the fire? And that is what media is supposed to do as the fourth wheel. I think, but after this thing, I will sit back and then maybe we give them their first 90 days in office.
And then we'll bring them back.
And then we'll bring them back, and then we would hear them.
To follow up.
Yeah, and we have recording of everything that they've said. Right. So that we can play it back to see how well are they doing in everything that they vie for, from what they told us to what they are doing, so that we can continue to hold people accountable. But this is a voluntary service, right? They are so we salute all of them. Okay. And Nicole, it's been so much fun to be here on a Sunday evening, sharing airtime with you. So let's get to do this again some other. So thank you for the opportunity to be here, and I'll see you on air on Saturday when we interview
our secretaries,
the assistant secretaries.
There you go.
So thank you so much.
Steve. Okay. Guys, this is the longest show that I have, the longest time that I have so far, I think, on Afri-Culture, and I'm just so grateful. And we didn't even get to say everything and see all of you, because some of you joined in later. But I want to encourage you, those of you who have missed it, you joined later. I want to encourage you to watch the show from the beginning. I want you to watch everything and share it with everyone on your social medias. Young people, Abla, all of you, please share the link today. Share it with everyone, Selam. I want you guys, Hannah, all of you. I'm holding you responsible to share the link with everyone and invite everyone every Sundays. Please just join us and we do this together. But I am just so grateful that I get to do this today with the Fossive and have my sister Melba here. And it's just amazing. There's so much I have for her, and I'm looking forward for her coming back so that we can discuss, because we have so much in common. Just her humility and then her will to love and her love and her drive to help. It's amazing to me. So I will want to bring her back, and I told her I have an open invitation for her. But I thank you guys, all of you who are watching. You want to share, you want to join me here and have something you want to share, you want to showcase anything, please reach out to me. I am here, just a community. I want to bring you in and shine a light so that we can have this going. So thank you, Fosti, for joining me. I thank my sister Melba for joining. I thank you all for watching. I appreciate your comment. I appreciate you helping us, making this better, bringing more subscription, bringing more involvement, helping us out. So I thank you very much. I thank everybody for being here. It's a brand new week, and I pray and I pray that you have a blessed week coming. And I want to remind you guys, we are having, our beautiful ladies are going to be here on Saturday, 11:30. We are going to be interview them on Siena Central, so you don't want to miss. This is assistant secretary, and we are going to have them. They are both, women, and they are contesting for this position. So it will be interesting to talk to two people who are contesting for one position at the same time. I don't think we had that yet. We did for David yesterday. We did a Sister Melba today, so we haven't had them. Two people. So this is going to be very, very interesting. So you guys share the link and share this and allow more young people to join on Saturday. I am looking forward to that very much. So we'll see you on Saturday. But until then, I want you all to stay safe and blessed. And I'll see you Saturday. Don't miss it. Please subscribe, share, and also check out the rest of the videos. I want you to go back and watch the whole show, all right? So until then, stay safe and blessed, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye.